Yo fam, strap in tight because what unfolded in Game 5 of the World Series wasn't just a baseball game, it was a full-blown assassination attempt on the throne of baseball royalty. Imagine this, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the billion-dollar behemoth, the team engineered to shatter 32 years of LA heartbreak, marching into Rogers Center like conquering heroes, ready to claim their destiny. And then, boom. Back-to-back leadoff homers from the unheralded Davis Schneider and the unstoppable Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? A 22-year-old rookie named Trey Yavich dismantling Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, and Mookie Betts as if they're batting practice dummies? The Dodgers, the so-called invincible dynasty, disintegrating into a pile of stranded runners, boneheaded errors, and helpless strikeouts? This ain't no upset, people. This is a conspiracy in cleats, a front office coup d'etat, and a league-wide earthquake that's got fans rioting, executives scrambling, and the entire MLB world questioning if the game's rigged. We're diving deep into the chaos, the strategy, and the steal of the century. Let's break this down step by step because if you believe the Dodgers were untouchable, prepare to have your mind blown. Alright, let's paint the picture, folks. Game 5 World Series tied 3-2, Dodgers holding the edge, and the air in Toronto is electric, thick with anticipation. LA's got the stars, the payroll, the narrative, Shohei Ohtani as the alien two-way marvel, Freddie Freeman as the rock-solid MVP, Mookie Betts as the electric spark, Will Smith anchoring the defense. Toronto? They're the gritty underdogs, a squad that's battled through slumps, comebacks, and improbable streaks all year, but the odds makers had them as sacrificial lambs. The public reaction? Instant pandemonium. Social media erupted like a supernova, Dodger fans flooding timelines with hashtag DodgersChoke and calls for blood, while Toronto supporters lit up with hashtag Blue Jays Forever memes. Why the fury? Because this wasn't a mere loss, it was a psychological annihilation. The Dodgers appeared sluggish, exhausted, and outmaneuvered, while the Jays exuded the raw energy of rebels rewriting the rules. People are outraged, screaming, "How did baseball's richest empire get dismantled by a pack of Canadian hustlers led by a kid barely out of college?" Here's the crazy part, this meltdown didn't happen in a vacuum. It exposed fractures in LA's foundation that had been cracking all postseason. A bullpen on fumes, lineup imbalances, and a pressure cooker mentality that turned their stars into statues. Was it fatigue from that grueling 18-inning slog in Game 4? Strategic blunders? Or something darker like internal sabotage? Let's unpack it because the stakes just got real. To truly grasp the carnage, we gotta rewind and dissect the players and teams, because this clash was a collision of worlds. The Dodgers? They're the poster child for modern baseball excess, a franchise rebuilt by owner Mark Walter and GM Brandon Gomez with a jaw-dropping $700 million investment spree. They lured Ohtani with a $700 million deal. Yes, you heard that right, $700 million, to be the ultimate unicorn, pitching ace and slugger. Betts at $27 million a year for his gold glove defense and clutch hits. Freeman at $27 million for his steady production. All season, they've been the media's golden child, portrayed as unbeatable, a team destined to end LA's title drought. But beneath the glamour? Whispers of over-reliance on stars, a thin farm system, and a clubhouse under immense pressure. Enter the Toronto Blue Jays, a rebirth under manager John Schneider who ditched the rigid old-school playbook for chaos ball, a wild, unpredictable style emphasizing small ball, aggressive base running, bunts, and keeping the energy high with music, pranks, and swagger. Their core is a brotherhood. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the 25-year-old slugger who's carried the franchise since his teenage hype, overcoming weight struggles and doubters to become the face of October. Bo Bichette, the 25-year-old shortstop who's evolved from prospect to playoff assassin. George Springer, the 34-year-old veteran imported from Houston for his playoff pedigree and leadership. And the rookies? Trey Yavich, a fireballing 22-year-old who was a bullpen arm until necessity thrust him into stardom. Ernie Clement, the utility whiz for late-game heroics. These guys aren't just athletes. They're a family forged in fire, with Schneider preaching fun over fear, turning the clubhouse into a party that fuels their hunger. The contrast is stark, LA's high-stakes, star-driven pressure cooker versus Toronto's joyful, underdog rebellion. Executives? Dodgers front office, led by Gomez, is now in damage control mode, while Jays GM Ross Atkins is probably plotting expansions, whispering about how they outsmarted the Giants with smarts, not spending. This background sets the stage for the conspiracy. Toronto's rise feels engineered, like they've been waiting for this moment. Now, buckle up for the conspiratorial deep dive, my friends, because this game reeks of something sinister, strategic manipulation on a league-wide scale. Was this just a lucky hot streak, or the culmination of a master plan? Think about it, Toronto's chaos ball isn't random, it's deliberate sabotage. Schneider's been poring over film, knowing the Dodgers' bullpen was depleted after that marathon Game 4. They ambushed Blake Snell early, forcing Dave Roberts to yank him prematurely, exposing a gassed relief core. Vlad Jr.'s bombs? Not flukes, they were calculated. Scouts report the Jays had insider intel on Snell's pitches, perhaps leaked from rival teams envious of LA's dominance. Is this collusion? A covert alliance among mid-tier squads to topple the Dodgers? Or just brilliant scouting? You decide, but the timing is too perfect. Toronto's been the perpetual underdog, but this feels like they flipped the script intentionally, exploiting LA's vulnerabilities and stealing momentum. If the Jays clinch the series, it'll be hailed as genius. If they falter, it'll be dismissed as a blip. But mark my words, this screams power shift, a conspiracy to redistribute baseball's soul. Imagine front office whispers. Did the Yankees or Astros tip off Toronto to weaken a rival? Did Schneider plant seeds of doubt in LA's clubhouse? The outrage is real because it hints at imbalance. How can a team with half the payroll dismantle the empire? Rhetorical question. If the league ignores this, what's stopping every underdog from weaponizing chaos against the big spenders? To really feel the shock, let's compare this to baseball's Hall of Shame and Glory because history is echoing loud. Remember the 2011 Cardinals shocking the Phillies in the NLCS? Or the 2019 Astros choking to the Nationals? Nah, this dwarfs those. Think the 2001 Yankees implosion against the Diamondbacks, where a dynasty crumbled under pressure. The Dodgers' collapse mirrors that hubris. Massive payroll, star power, but zero clutch in crunch time. Toronto's ascent? It's the 1993 Jays reborn, that scrappy squad that stunned the world with grit and heart, but with a modern twist, chaos ball as the anti-dynasty weapon. Unlike those eras, the Jays are flipping the script on teams like the Dodgers who hoard talent without soul. Fans are drawing parallels to football's Patriots dynasty, sneaky, strategic, unbeatable. And the outrage? It's like when the Warriors lost to the Cavs. Conspiracy theorists called it rigged. Is this the new blueprint? Underdogs using joy and unpredictability to slay giants? Here's another layer. Compare to the 2020 Rays run, where low-budget innovation beat big money. Toronto's doing it with flair, inspiring think pieces. Rhetorical question. If this becomes the norm, are dynasties dead or just evolving into something sneakier? Time to geek out on the rosters because this game's fallout could reshape lineups for years. For Toronto, it's a seamless fit. Vlad Jr. at first base, providing power, .320 BA 42 hours this season, and patience to anchor the order. Bichette at shortstop, offering speed, 25 SBs, and elite defense, gold glove caliber. Springer in center, drawing walks and setting the table with his veteran savvy. Yavage as the starter? A necessity that became brilliance, his high strikeout stuff complementing Toronto's aggressive style. Depth shines with Clement for pinch hitting and relievers like Alek Manoah for shutdown innings. Salary dynamics? Toronto's $150 million payroll versus LA's $300 million gives them flexibility. Young core, average age 26, means they can extend stars like Vlad without cap issues. For the Dodgers? Positional nightmares abound. Bullpen overuse has turned aces into liabilities. Think Evan Phillips gassed after extra inning abuse. Ohtani's two-way experiment? Exposed at the plate against righties. Freeman's slump, .250 in series, forces bets to overcompensate. Depth. Thin bench. No real pinch hitters to match Clement. Development woes? LA's farm is barren. They bet on stars but no clutch reserves. If Toronto wins, expect Dodgers to trade veterans for prospects. Imagine bets to the Yankees? Roster-wise, Toronto's hungry youth triumphs. LA's bloated stars falter. Big question. Can LA rebuild without losing their identity? Scouting mode activated, folks. Let's dissect the MVPs and the flops with stats, projections, and raw analysis. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., strengths? Elite bat speed, .320 average, 42 homers, and playoff poise that crushes doubters. Weaknesses? Strikeout prone, 120 Ks, weight battles, but in October he's projecting as an MVP beast. Think 50+ HRs next year. Game 5 stats. 2 for 4 HR, double, RBI plus smart base running. Projection, Cooperstown lock, franchise savior. Trey Yavage, the rookie revelation. Strengths? 98 miles per hour heater, devastating splitter, 12 Ks and 7 IPWS rookie record. Ice-cold composure. Weaknesses? Rookie inexperience, only 10 MLB starts, but his arsenal screams future ace. Stats: 1.50 ERA in playoffs, dominating LA. Projection: Cy Young contender by 2026. Bo Bichette. Strengths? Speed, defense, clutch hits, .290 BA 25 SBs. Weaknesses? Power gaps, but October form makes him indispensable. Stats: diving stop on bets, RBI double. Projection: all-star shortstop. George Springer. Strengths? Walks, leadership, playoff magic. Weaknesses? Age 34, soreness but he played through it. Stats: key walks, dugout energy. Projection: mentor role. On the Dodgers side, Blake Snell. Strengths? 250 plus Ks but weaknesses? Pressure command, he walked 3 in Game 5. Ohtani. Strengths? 50-20th potential, but weaknesses? .200 versus righties like Yavich. Freeman. Steady but slumping. Betts. Electric but missed chances. Toronto's edge? Superior prep, targeting LA's lefty-heavy lineup with right-handed dominance. Defense? Jay's highlight grabs, Bichette's rob, Springer's homer denial, versus LA's errors. This scouting shows Toronto's intel win. LA's stars looked mortal. Oh man, the league is in full meltdown mode. Rival teams? The Yankees and Astros are fuming. Why didn't they pioneer chaos ball? Fans? Dodger Nation is apoplectic, with hashtag Dodgers choke trending and petitions for Roberts firing. Toronto fans? Viral celebrations, hashtag Yavich the Savage memes exploding. Media? Stephen A. Smith on First Take, Dodgers choked hard, end of story. Colin Cowherd, gut check for dynasties. Executives? MLB insiders buzz about imbalance. How can mid-payroll teams topple titans? Conspiracy whispers. Did rivals leak Dodgers secrets? The outrage is universal, with pundits debating a changing of the guard. Rivals are enraged, fearing copycat upsets. Social media? Endless debates. Dodgers' arrogance versus Jay's heart. This reaction amplifies the drama, turning Game 5 into a cultural flashpoint. Zooming out, this isn't isolated, it's a paradigm shift. If Toronto wins, it crowns a new dynasty, proving grit over gold. Free agency? Stars like Burns might join the chaos culture. Competitive balance? Luxury tax reforms incoming. For Dodgers, a rebuild looms. The league? More underdog eras. Conspiracy? Canadian takeover? The stakes redefine baseball, power, destiny, clutch, all questioned. What if this sparks a revolution? Phew, what a saga. Game 5 detonated history with Jays stealing the Dodgers' crown. Will Toronto triumph or LA rebound? Vlad MVP or Ohtani redemption? Endless intrigue. This is Conspiracy, Chaos, Legacy. Drop your takes. Vlad's bombs or Yavich's Ks? And of Dodgers? Comment, subscribe, join the madness. This World Series is legendary.